2025 Car Launch, the movie.
I just got nailed.
Yep, that's me sitting safely behind my friend who just got nailed by shrapnel. You're probably wondering how I ended up here. Honestly, it all started when I overheard a coworker of mine mention he was going to Alaska with his Dungeons & Dragons crew to celebrate 4th of July. And their plan was to meet up and launch a car off a cliff. Now for most people that would sound insane, but I had actually been through Glacier View the year before, not for the event itself, but I got to see the aftermath and all the wreckage left behind. I knew if I ever got the chance to come back and witness the real thing, I was taking it. So when Matt brought it up, my ears perked up. Matt was one of our regular substitute paraeducators at my school, and I had worked with him for many years. His main role was to help students with disabilities while overcoming his own. Matt had a rare condition called hereditary sensory neuropathy. It is so rare his type affects about 1 in a million people. Over the years, it had taken most of his digits and one of his legs. But if you know Matt, you know none of this has ever slowed him down.
And he's on.
Matt's the kind of guy who always finds a way. And a trip to Alaska to launch a car off a cliff, that sounded exactly like something he would do. The funny part was, I was already planning to be in Alaska around the same time. And even better, Matt asked me if I wanted to do the art design for the car. I jumped at the chance and said yes, and I got to work designing. With about a month to prepare, I sketched rough ideas, designed decals for the car, and stickers for the event. The day finally came. Matt and I arrived at Seattle Airport together, but we would split ways here. Matt was meeting up with his D&D group at a hotel in Anchorage, and I was en route to meet up with my aunt who lives there. I landed in Anchorage around midnight, where my aunt was waiting with a smile and a place for me to stay. This would become my home base for a month, so I dumped off some travel weight, sorted through my gear, and reset everything for Glacier View. By the time I finished repacking, I barely had enough energy to close my eyes before I crashed for an hour or two. Morning came fast, and I met back up with Matt, and that's when I met Garrett. Garrett was the organizer of the whole thing, the dungeon master of the group, and the guy responsible for turning the idea of launching a car off a cliff into a reality. Alright, so we are in the RV. We're getting ready to leave on our adventure. We got Garrett and Matt up there. Garrett's going to be driving. Matt's going to be co-pilot today.
Hell yeah!
And we're going to get out there and make some memories. Let's get it, boys. Originally, the plan was for about 10 people from the D&D party to go. But as the trip got closer, people started dropping off one by one. Until what was supposed to be a full crew slowly narrowed down to just the 3 of us. Matt, Garrett, and me. Well, 4 if you count Murphy. Matt decided one of the D&D members wasn't getting out of the trip that easily, so he made a cardboard cutout of him and brought him along anyway. Garrett introduced himself as stupid, which started as an online joke but somehow stuck, yet he was anything but. Matt's nickname was Stumpy because, well, Matt has a dark sense of humor. As for me, I didn't have a nickname yet, but I'd earn one soon enough. So there we were, Stumpy, Stupid, Murphy, and I. With the RV fully packed, we hit the road looking for a place to eat before heading out of town. Which is what led us to downtown Anchorage.
Cruising through downtown Anchorage.
Yeah, boy.
Oh boy.
Yeah, downtown is cray.
Things I don't recommend. Driving a big RV downtown.
You're not driving, Stumpy.
You're right.
Tight streets, confusing turns, a few moments where we weren't really sure we were going in the right direction, but we just kept moving. By the time we looped around and made our way back out of the city, we gave up on finding food altogether. There was just no way of fitting a full-sized RV anywhere downtown. Eventually we got turned in the right direction and we hoped we would find lunch on the open road. The road was unreal. Massive mountains, endless forests, fast-moving rivers fed by glacier runoff, nature at its absolute best no matter where you look. On the road, we shared stories and experience as we traveled.
Wait a minute. Those mountains are something else.
And every so often, our conversation would fade out as we all just stared at the scenery, which usually led us to the same question. Should we pull over?
I'm already pulled over. I'm ready to pull over. Pull over farther, man. I can't pull it.
And each time the answer was yes, which was great. Except every scenic stop meant wrestling Matt's wheelchair out of the hobbit hole. And being the only fully physical capable member of the crew, it was my job to convince Matt's wheelchair to come in and out of a compartment that was 2 inches too small on every side. It was a nightmare getting in and out, but it was well worth it seeing Matt enjoy the view. This is when I earned my nickname, Legs. I would be the runner, the getter, and the pusher on this trip. With Matt's wheelchair safely jammed in the hobbit hole, we eventually rolled into Glacier View. We have made it to Glacier View Info Center, getting ready for the car launch. Rolling in would have been great, but we soon realized Alaska is not the most handicap friendly, just by the nature of the natural terrain. No wheelchair ramp, just stairs. Matt was not bothered by it at all. He quickly popped out of his chair and crawled up the steps, and I carried Matt's chair up all 3 stairs. Legs for the win. Eventually, we were able to track down the king of the event, Arnie.
Right, so y'all ready to put all the stuff in the car?
Yeah, we got a lot of decorations.
Okay, so Dustin's working on it right now to cut the exhaust off.
Awesome.
Okay.
And then y'all check in with camping?
No,
We hadn't yet. No, we just gave you a call when we got here.
Okay. So Allie's not here.
Okay.
Not only was Arnie the property owner, the event planner, and the MC for the entire show, he also is one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. No matter how busy he is, he will always stop to help you out. He even came to help us check in and pointed us in the direction of our car. After we checked in, got our wristbands, and our camping passes, we set down the landing gear of the RV in the spot we would call home for the next 3 days. Alright, RV is open into 2 spaces now. And we got some more room in here. It's looking good. Not so tiny. And we are actually at our destination. Once we had finally settled in, it was time to inspect our flying chariot. Most people drive their own cherished memories or crazy builds on road trips from the lower 48 to launch. We'd paid money to throw someone else's car off a cliff. A dingy red 90s Eagle. Old, covered in dust, perfect. It looked exactly like the photos. A missile waiting for its final flight.
Sexy piece.
Oh, dude.
The trip wagon.
We still have them up there? Yeah, still have these off. We haven't gotten to it yet.
With no way to move the car, we headed back to the RV. Should be a good night. We're actually not going to design the car till tomorrow, so today was just the drive and the shopping, and that honestly was enough. So, that's going to be it for today. I think we're just going to settle in, hang out for a little bit. The next morning, we got it moved to our camp and we got to work. First thing was to clean the canvas. The Eagle had a thick layer of dirt and neglect on it. Once we were finished washing it, Matt broke the creative seal in the most traditional way possible. His first graffiti piece. As all great artists before him, he chose to draw
Your headphones.
not a great one, but a pretty good one for a guy without fingers.
No drips.
Alright, you guys keep them.
Once Matt had finished his work of art, Garrett and I got to business. Blue was the only paint we really needed because I had pre-cut most of the artwork into vinyl decals so people of all abilities could participate. I was looking for you guys. You probably should have known that it was out here. Hood's painted blue. First start. You got the Insta360 camera stick up there. Hopefully the Insta's doing well. And then we're gonna get the rest of this thing wrapped and ready to go. So, should be pretty exciting. We have a good portion of the day to get it done. And we're just gonna work slowly and get stuff done. All right. The blue hood got the handicap symbol on it. We also had some hand-drawn stickers donated from Matt's local pub friends back home. White racing stripes went down the sides, along with the name that Matt had given her, the Crypt Wagon. And then the local kids joined in, helping us put 50 glittery stars on the hood. By the end of it, it wasn't a junk car, it was ours. Perfect, ready, or so we thought, because when it was time to move it, it wouldn't start. So the same kids who helped us decorate it became human horsepower.
Hey, we got this. Watch out. You got too much speed, Matt.
Pushing it back towards destiny. Eventually, this man came to the rescue. His name is Craig. Craig is another legend on site. Craig jump-started our vehicle so many times it killed his battery. This time, Craig got us the jumper and got us back to the garage. Once we made it to the garage, it was time for its final ritual, glass removal. Matt was ready to break his first window. Too ready. He swung before any of us were filming. Pure excitement. I smashed out the hatch, and then we parked the Eagle in the lineup.
There's the lineup, so everyone's moving their cars now. Our car is, windows are all busted out. Got the rear view mirror there, and it's ready to go over the cliff.
By some miracle, we finished decorating the car all day early, which gave us time to explore.
That is not as durable as I might have thought. But look at what's in there, huh? Yeah, that's right. There's Matt, Garrett. There's the cliff. I gotta get off the top.
Matt, Garrett, and I walked the lineup together. The lineup was incredible.
Pretty neat. Pretty dang neat. Oh, hey, look, CLC Hub. Hey, there you go. Crampton Bay, Scrammon Bay. Is that something you recognize?
Every car told a story, not just by how old it was, paint, inside jokes, road trips. People came from all over the country for this.
What's up, bud? All the windows are busted out of this thing. It's just glass everywhere. This one.
We checked out the cliff that the cars would be launched
Yeah, the
from.
jump is right there. You just keep going, man.
Alright.
Just wing. Let's go fast. I'll get your takeoff.
Okay.
I'm holding on to the back so I don't.
Don't let him go.
This is part of an elaborate murder plot. You know?
You just don't have the big. We're gonna have to get you some rockets.
Okay, right here. That's
It was over 300 feet above the riverbed floor and the view was breathtaking.
I'm good.
The boys wanted to go back for lunch, but I had a different mission. I needed to get down to the landing zone, which was a pretty intense half-mile hike from our campsite. Which seems like nothing if you have 2 legs, but the hike was steep on a dirty and dusty road, and the riverbed was paved with large stones and loose gravel. No place for a wheelchair or a cane. So I made the journey alone. Eventually I made it to the bottom, where Craig was parking cars for the morning parade.
Is it cool if I finish up the wings on that pig car? Can I do some detail? I already talked to the owner, they said it was fine, but... Cool. Thanks, man. I'm Jason, by the way.
Craig.
Craig?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you. Thanks for all your help doing stuff today, too. We appreciate it.
And at the bottom sat an old 1991 Accord named Shonda the Honda. And this Honda was decorated to look like a flying pig.
Alright, so we're gonna knock out the wings real quick, hopefully. Maybe. That's why I came down here, was to outline them.
I had asked the crew the day before if I could outline the wings they had painted on it, and they said yes. So there I was, alone at the bottom of a giant Alaskan cliff, painting a car with a glacier-fed river roaring behind me. The moment felt so surreal.
Just finished painting that car over there. Shonda's Honda. I just outlined the wings. Got a Money Makes Monster logo there, just for fun. I did this side too. Alright, good to go. Let's get out of here.
After roasting in the hot Alaskan sun for a few hours, I headed back to camp and helped other teams finish their cars. By the end, it felt like a village, a temporary community built around chaos. The camps were alive all night with excitement as the morning crept in. Before we knew it, morning had turned into launch day, and the crowd showed up. Our camping neighbors Bobby and Breck offered to give Matt a ride to the bottom on an ATV because the journey in his wheelchair was almost impossible. Bobby was a veteran of the car launch, and she knew in order to get the best seats, you had to earn them. That meant getting down to the landing zone at 6 a.m. So they all left to wait for the show to start, and I slept in. At about noon, I started making my way down to the landing zone. The car launch did not start till 2 p.m. and I had been up late helping other people put the final touches onto their cars and listening to the epic tales on how they ended up at the car launch. By the time I got down, the crowd was buzzing, laughing, drinking, waiting.
Red button.
The event started with the national anthem.
Stand up and let's salute the flag, and we're going to Dallas going to sing.
And bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free?
Zipliners wielding the American Alaskan flag buzzed overhead, and Arnie got the green light. No matter how many times you explain it, nobody is really ever ready to watch a car fly directly at them off a 300-foot cliff. Except maybe Susan.
Go running. I'll knock your ass over, dude. Ready?
You can't go anywhere.
And when the first car came down, it hit the ground and the crowd erupted. Now the stage was set and the crowd waited in anticipation.
Here she's coming.
Car number 3 followed suit. And
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
then it was our turn, 4th in line, and of course the Eagle refused to start. Arnie worked the crowd, and that car took forever.
So this will be our Seattle and Virginia group of buddies with a disability. Here she comes.
And when it finally caught, it took off, straight and far, like it had been waiting for this moment its whole life. It launched clean and landed almost perfectly on its wheels. Everything we hoped for. Military planes flew overhead. Then they got back to launching cars. Car after car came flying down the hill. Some were more spectacular than others. Much more spectacular. Some cars crashed before they even launched.
It got stuck. Here she comes on the way.
This A-Team van rolled all the way down the hill, unscratched. And then this car decided to pull this stuff. Then Arnie launched his personal rambler, and somehow it went off course and took out his favorite tree, the one holding up the giant American flag. The crew caught the flag before it hit the ground, barely. Well, the crash caused a different problem. It damaged the starting whistle. And slowly but surely we would start losing the announcements. And this was a problem. Nobody knew when the next car was coming.
Cars. One car hit the other car, it bounced that other car to the car that hit the tree. So they said they had a regular demolition derby up there.
Cars that couldn't make it down on their own power got hoisted up onto the forklifts and were dropped off the forks. Arnie's personal Rambler was one of those cars. So launch after launch, we guessed when each car was coming, with quick countdowns and sporadic cars flying off the cliff.
Here's our fifth level lemonade. Lightning McQueen, the Flaming Jedi.
And when the Barbie car was launched, nobody was ready to catch it on film, except maybe the Barbie car people, who have it on their YouTube channel. Now, you'd think the car launch was the craziest part, but it wasn't. Because the second the last car landed, the crowd was unleashed. And like scavengers in a post-apocalyptic movie, hundreds of people stormed the wreckage. Tradition says whatever you can carry, you can keep. These people came prepared. Tools, gloves, pry bars, bags. We did not. Matt couldn't even cross the loose dirt barrier, so Garrett and I ran in. By the time we reached the Eagle, it was already being ripped apart.
We lost Murphy.
Yeah, I don't even know where Murphy is. He doesn't look like he's in the car at all.
Yeah.
No Murphy in the car.
Sometimes they're thrown.
Where the hell did he go? What are you taking?
Keys, man.
All right.
Pieces of our car were now souvenirs in their hands. And honestly, it felt right.
Can you pass me the rear mirror? You're the best, bro. Yeah. Good son for some behavior.
Yeah. You're good.
We grabbed what we could and we walked the wreckage. Twisted metal, smoke, dust. It looked like the end of the world. And somehow, that was tradition too.
Or look at all these right here.
Cars still smoking, cars balanced upright, cars perched halfway up the hill, and people climbing all over them for photos and scraps. Just like most fireworks shows, once it's over, it's over. The crowd disappeared, camps came down, and some people had to hitchhike back to Anchorage because the car they drove there was now a pile of scrap metal at the bottom of the cliff. But we stayed one last quiet night in Glacier View. After all the noise, it was peaceful again.
It's all over. It's July 5th. Everyone has cleared out, as you can see. There's no one left. But what's cool is they did stack the cars. So I came down to do a little bit of inspection. Maybe see if I can locate something for Stumpy, because he lost his rearview mirror yesterday. So I'm gonna go see if I can recover something else. Some bling bling stickers I cut out for them. They enjoyed it. There's another red, white, and blue car stacked on top of that one. Ah, there's the Crip wagon. Carefully.
There she was in all her glory.
And my boy Stumpy. Anything else left in the car? Rearview mirror. Do I got a mirror on that side? Headrest is totally squashed in there. Seatbelt.
I realized I should have brought
Ooh.
tools.
Stump, maybe I can get you the back light.
Let me see if I can get you that.
After unsuccessfully retrieving anything for Stumpy, it was time to go. And we got in the RV and headed back to Anchorage, where I would continue my stay and explore more of Alaska. Matt was bound for Seattle, where he would have a new ride of his own waiting for him. Garrett would go back to Virginia, start a new job, and return to his rightful place as the Dungeon Master. One question still remained. Whatever did end up happening to Murphy? Well, after submitting a joking complaint, we were sent this. Turns out Murphy got grounded before he could even take off. Well, mystery solved. Hope you guys liked that adventure. Like, comment, and subscribe to stay tuned for the next adventure.